Muchas gracias. Viva México. Hola, dreamers. Nice. You see, we had a really wonderful dinner last night at nuestra casa en Estados Unidos, the Mexican Embassy, con el gran Arturo Sarucán, our ambassador. And we were talking about how important is education. And it's all about that in anything you want to do in your life. But it's also about inspiration. And I was born and raised in Mexico City. And yeah, chilangos. Chilango power. And then my father and my mom, they met each other studying theater in their hometown in Torreón, Coahuila, up north. And then they moved to Mexico City without knowing anybody, just with a dream of becoming actors and just being a part of the theater. And then my brothers and I were born. We used to go with them everywhere and play backstage. And those two guys are our biggest inspiration, my brothers and I. And I'm the only crazy one going around the world in this crazy adventure, you know, in search of a good role. And God bless Chris Wise's heart, because he gave me this beautiful role, this character, and it's because of that I'm here tonight. So talking about inspiration, as I was walking that aisle, that red carpet on the Oscar day, yeah, that was cool. The first thing I wanted to do was become friends with Brad and George and my fellow nominees, and of course Gary Oldman and the great Jean. And I thought, I'm gonna send them a bottle of my favorite tequila. And that's what I did. So they were talking about me really like old friends and all that, right? And as I was walking the aisle with my beautiful girlfriend, Stephanie, and my mom, which by the way, they only allow you to walk with one person, right? So I thought, nice, catfight between my mom and my girlfriend. Whoever wins walks with me, right? And then, of course, thanks to the magic of my beautiful publicist, Amy Brownstein. Where are you, Amy? She just got there and she said, this is Mr. Demián Bichir, his girlfriend, and his mom, and he's walking the aisle. Oh, yeah, sure, of course. So I had the chance to work with both of them. And so as I was walking that aisle, I thought, how many great Latin actors should be here in my place? Should be here many years ago. Growing up in Mexico, I had many actors that I was inspired by. And I remember the first time I saw Esai, it was in Bad Boys with the great Sean Penn. And I thought, wow, man, look at those two guys, right? And then from that point on, that stayed in my head. I didn't even speak any English. I moved to New York when I was 22 and tried to learn the language. And then, thank you so very much. I'm reading the toilet. No, I'm not reading anything. And then, of course, our great Carlos Fuentes wrote a beautiful novel. I had the honor to be his friend, so it was really painful when he passed away. And then he wrote this beautiful novel called El Gringo, El Gringo Viejo. That's when I first saw Jimmy. And so there you go, thinking about all this. And then I was doing a play in Mexico City. I I was already thinking about, I gotta get out of here. I just need to do something else. I was already a professional actor doing a lot of theaters ever since we were kids, my brothers and I. And I was thinking, I think I want to be a taxi driver, a cab driver in New York, like De Niro or anything. Just, I just need to get out of here as soon as possible. And then I was doing this play, Strindberg's The Ghost Sonata, and I went to this audition for a film called The Penitent. And my character said, good morning. So I thought, that's easy, I can do that, right? So I landed that role, I did it. So I moved to, I traveled to San Miguel de Allende, and the lead of that film was Raul Julia. I had the chance to meet the guy in person, and at that point, he became a big, huge inspiration for many reasons. Not only because he was a great actor, but I just couldn't believe that such a big actor was so nice to everybody, and was so warm. And I remember, because as many of you know, he was a great stage actor and a legend on Broadway, Shakespeare on the Park, and he was a big inspiration for many of us. And when you know how hard it is to shoot a film and how long the hours go sometimes when they move the camera from one place to another. And he used to sing in between, those times. And he was like all the time, and you could hear his voice in San Miguel de Allende and the whole town, like, hoo-ha. And then I decided that in that very moment that I wanted to just close everything behind me and move and just go away. And I moved to New York. The first call I got when I was in New York, and I don't even know why or how, was Raul Julia's. He somehow knew that I was there. He called me and said, welcome to New York, right? I said, who's this? Raul Julia. I said, wow, man, really? Oh. I said, this is hell. This is really tough. I can't even understand what, I go to the movies and I can't get a word. Where are the subtitles? I grew up with that in Mexico, right? I can say, yeah, I know, it's gonna be hard, just relax, take it easy. Yeah, but then my English and my accent and this, no, that is your weapon. That is your strongest asset and virtue, so embrace it. And I say, yeah, you're right, yeah. Can't be English, so I'm just gonna play me, And then, of course, he only said that, and he said, welcome to New York, welcome to the fight. It's going to be tough. It's really hard out there, but there's a space for you, so go for it. And so you can imagine when I heard that I was going to get what this means. I'm really, really honored because this is happening here tonight, and I admire so much what you guys have been doing and the hard work for 16 years, so all of us can be here. So I do believe that we need more inspiration. I want to think that when I did A Better Life and when that nomination happened and all that, you want to think that there's some actors somewhere in the planet, somewhere or here, some Latin actors thinking, yeah, it's possible. It is possible. Look at that guy. And it is possible because, yeah, it happens. And it's fantastic that they're creating those writers, because what we need is to write the stories that we need to play. Because it's the script, it's the story, the fundament of a great, acting, and so we need that. And So I wanted to say to you guys and to every aspiring actor, director, that I'm the best example that whenever you feel like quitting, like this is not for you, that you are ready to throw the towel and just do something else in your life, don't do that. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible. You know what I mean? Just go out there and embrace this responsibility, because this is the only life you have. And there's no other chance. And basically, the most important thing is that I already thank Chris Weitz and, of course, everybody that's been around and involved in my life and in this part of my career. Of course, Amy Brownstein and Seca Shear, my manager, and the great Carlos Carrera, my first agent. And after thanking to all of you, because for this, I want to say that at the end of the day, and this is the most important thing, nothing really matters if you don't have love, if you are not in love. And it all comes to one single thing. Who are you waking up with? Who's in your bed with you? So I love you, Stephanie. Thank you very much.